Earworm. My name is GOGODODO. You heard that right. I'll say it one more time. GOGODODO. And I'm from Las Vegas. This is a new podcast that I'm starting right now. January 1st, 2024. And really, the idea behind this is just to teach myself how to podcast. So I'm learning as I do it. And I guess the overall idea came to me when I left my job recently. And I've been traveling around with a band from Brazil called Os Mutantes. Legendary band, one of my favorite bands of all time. And we drive around in a tour van and we just listen to music and have these conversations about songs and what they mean. And a lot of the time I'm listening to music that the band has never heard of. And I realized that I spend most of my time anyway just looking for music online and finding out about bands and music and getting very obsessive about stuff that not too many people care about. But maybe this podcast would be a way for me to reach out to the other people out there who do the same thing, right? So if you're a music lover, if you like music, if you like to hear about bands and stuff that you never heard about, this is for you. And I guess my goal is just to record one every single day until I know what I'm doing. So, Earworm. And you know, what I'm thinking is I should make like a playlist of all the songs. So at the end of the year, you'll have, 365 songs from bands that you should know about. I think that's a pretty solid goal, right? So this is the first episode of Earworm. The Earworm playlist. I don't know. Well, I'll come up with a better, more clever name. But as for now, this is just to record. Just to kind of introduce myself and the concept to you guys about earworms. The song that we're listening to in the background, that's Hiro Yanagida from Japan. And it's just one of these random songs that I kind of get obsessed about when I research about like Japanese psychedelic music from the 60s. Find out about these really, really odd bands. And I guess as a DJ, I get really into these bands and get really deep into their discography, and I find out more and more and more about the culture. And then when I do a DJ set, I play the songs in front of like an audience of people, but it's never a conversation. You know, like the people either like it or they don't like it. So I've been DJing in Las Vegas since about 1998. And it started with hip-hop DJing and collecting records and playing at nightclubs. And I've done that for maybe over 20 years. So maybe if I have any type of pedigree, it would be as a DJ. But I'm also a musician. I'm also a guitar player. And I don't have anything to show you right now. But maybe as the year progresses, I'm going to have something cool to show you of my personal music. So you can have that to look forward to. I guess now we should get into the first band. And this will be the first band of the year. Give me just a second. I'll pull that up for you. Okay, so I'm going to get into the first song now. I guess maybe the best thing is we just I'm going to play you the song, and then I'm going to let you kind of let it marinate for a second, and then I'll give you my thoughts afterwards. So, yeah, the name of this song is it's just the intro to an album by a band from Australia called The Lazy Eyes. Check it out. Okay, so one more time. The name of that song is called Intro, and it's the intro song to the new album by the band Lazy Eyes. Lazy Eyes. It came out in 2022, which means it's about a year old already. Which is crazy, right? You've never heard of that before, I'm sure. Maybe some of you have heard of that out there in the internet, which is a massive place. I'm pretty sure actually maybe over 6,000 of you have heard of that already. Right? But in the span of the world, maybe not millions of you have heard about this band yet, but yeah, I guess that's kind of the idea. There's this really good new current of music coming out from younger musicians, and I really dig that. I guess right now we're in a post Kevin Parker Australia, and so many great bands came from Sydney, Australia. Maybe this band, to my ears, sounds like they were heavily influenced by Kevin Parker, and also many other influences come to mind, like King Gizzard Lizard Wizard, and it kind of falls underneath that umbrella of dream pop, psychedelic rock music. So from what I read, this is like a 4-piece with the main songwriter with the nickname Karate, and another guitar player with the nickname Sasha, and then you got the rhythm section of Leon and Noah. So anyways, these guys are from Sydney's Newton High School of Performing Arts, which must mean these guys are music students. And, I listened to their album, which is titled Songbook, which makes me think of Stevie Wonder's Songbook. And it's cool, man. It has a lot of influences of things that I dig. I actually found out about this band through YouTube. I heard them do a cover of the Bee Gees' More Than a Woman. And at the very end, it gets really heavy. And they get kind of weird and a little fuzzy, like something the Bee Gees would have never done. And I thought that was a pretty unique take. So yeah, Uh, I love also Tame Impala, and I feel like that band. They maybe to my ears don't even really sound much like Tame Impala anymore, or at least the music that I really liked from them. They've just changed a lot. So this band is a cool fills the void maybe. And also, it's a new generation, so they've got a lot of potential to make more music and take you to more places. So this album is called Songbook. I mean, this album is called Songbook, and yeah, it's a good recommendation. Like, cool listen if you like fun, light music that's a little crazy and has that same type of fuzzy guitar, good rhythm section, and specifically the drum rolls kind of are something I kind of want to go on to because maybe, if anything, their drum rolls to me sound influenced by Kevin Parker's drum rolls, and from my ears, his drum rolls sound very similar to the drums of the band Dunion. And of course, you got Johan Holmgaard, the drummer from Dunion, the current drummer, who has this really wild, almost like Led Zeppelin style of drum roll that kind of like goes on for a little too long, which is cool. I like drum rolls that really like can be held, and that really is part of the sound, you know. They all kind of use like these phasey guitar things that is really fun and just really kind of daydreamy, and just that whole vibe is just really fun and chill. It's like perfect music to like smoke a joint on a beach to, just hang out with your buds, which I'm sure is the perfect thing to do when you're 20 and you're going to like a performing arts school. So yeah, it's a pretty good soundtrack actually wherever you are compared to a lot of the heavy music that comes out now, you know. So yeah, if you haven't heard of this band and heard of Lazy Eyes, maybe now today you can go out and do that. So all right, well, I guess that wasn't too painful. So okay, this was the very first episode of my attempt at a podcast, and it's called Earworm. And so Earworm is maybe I'll make it about 15 minutes long in total, which is more than enough time to talk about a song. But hopefully you got your ears turned on to something you've never heard before, and now it's up to you to like tell your friends and like let's discuss this later, right? Yeah, I don't have much going on right now except in a few days I'm gonna be throwing a space prom. Yeah, I want your robots, I want your Martians, I want aliens, mutants. Yeah, it's basically like a prom where we're gonna have people dress up, and there's gonna be a couple of bands. Less Space is throwing the show, and they're also performing. And also, we're gonna have a local band here, that I think is also super, super, super cool. Called the Megascopes, and yeah, this weird futuristic space thing, I'm really digging that. So, yeah. Well, thanks again for listening to this Earworm, and until next time, I don't have a catchphrase yet, so alright.